Here's what's going to happen. I am going to go through No Jeremy with the finest toothed comb that I possess. I'm going to use my ear balls, my eyeballs, and my power of deduction balls to tease out everything that I can possibly tease out. And so you'll be able to kind of pick and choose what you want to do when you're hopefully, by the end of this video, jamming along to No Jeremy. We are doing this for Michael Tarulli, Jet Hamilton, Tyler Rapole, Sam Drury, Mr. Mellow Jello, Pedro Williman, and Enos, who was so keen on doing this that he thought it prudent to buy Steven some toys. Steven says thank you. All right, the first thing that's going on is Ed is on 12, 13, 14. That's a tiny A minor chord. If you could imagine, A minor regular style features open 1, 2. 12, 13, 14 is the same exact thing, 1 octave or 12 frets higher. He strums uply. I'm going to strum downly, but on the upbeats. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's the advent of a super high note. It's the E string, 17th fret. Now I think he just reaches his pinky like this, and I think this is a power of deduction balls thing, because he gets a little sloppy and loses his B string, which is an easy thing to do when you're trying to do this. 6, 7, 8. But another way to do that would be do middle finger on G14, pointer finger on B13, and then your pinky finger can reach much, much more easily. There, I'm strumming upbeat. 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another option for that, and Stone is doing something like that along with Ed, and the easiest way to do that would be play 17, 17, 17 on the tiny 3 strings. That's an A minor chord as well. So, not saying anyone does that, maybe they do, but that's the easiest way to do it. And you can if you want. While that's going on, Mike is down here. He's on the D string 7th fret and the open A string. That is 2 A notes, which together sound like Jeremy, and he's just chugging away real soft. And then you hear him go A string, 5, 7, land on D5, chug soft. And then return back to D7 like this, A5 to 7, back to 5, open A string or E string, 5th fret, doesn't matter, back up to the D string, 7th fret, so. And by the way, anything Mike could and would be doing is contained in the A minor pentatonic scale. So noodle away to your heart's content using the A minor pentatonic scale. 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8, if you tire of doing, you know, that one thing over and over again. Then, of course, Stone starts doing the Hokey Pokey and chimes in with this as he turns himself around. D string 7th fret, down to 5th fret, then D string 7th fret to G string 6th fret. Now that G string 6th fret, a C sharp note, in conjunction with this A note on the D string 7th fret, you will recognize from your F-shaped A. So that little section is literally an A minor chord, A and its minor 7th, changing into an A major chord, A and its major 3rd. There's a whole lot of nothing going on in this video. And while Stone is bouncing back and forth between A minor and A major, which by the way is basically the entire point of Jeremy, Ed he should be doing, I think I hear him doing it, either way he should be doing it, so let's just call it this. He's got his little shape here like this. And the note in this little shape that makes this an A minor is the B string 13th fret. If we change it to the 14th fret, so you'll have 14, 14, 17, that's a little A major chord now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you could do that as the easy way, 17, 17, 17 for A minor, and then the G string is going up 1 fret there. That's getting a little crowded, so that's not my choice, but that kind of sounds more right to me now. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're playing a little A minor and a little A major, so you pick your favorite. For the chorus, Stone chimes in with an actual Jeremy element. We're going to have D string 7th fret, G string 9th fret, just a little pluckier than normal. Slide it down 2 frets, and then the pointer finger drops 1 more fret. Back up to where it was, and then the whole shape back up to where you started. 7, 9, 5, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 7, 9. Now, while that's going on, in this whole time that we haven't talked about Mike, I don't see any reason to think he's doing anything other than chugging away on his 2 A notes. That's an easy out. A certainly agrees with both A major and A minor. And during the chorus, we finally get a good shot of Ed's hand, but there's kind of a mic stand in the way. The thing that strikes me is that he's barring a bunch of stuff with his pointer finger, or maybe muting. We don't know, but perhaps he's playing like a little A minor bar chord there. 12, starting on the A string, 14, 14, 13, because he's still kind of got those high notes going. You can hear that. And then at the end of the chorus, band hits F. I think Mike hits a low F power chord there, and you hear Stone go B string, 12, slide up to 13, and you could complete a little F there on 13, 14, 15, so you'd be all... his world. Going into the next verse, Ed's still doing his thing. Stone's still doing his A minor to A major thing. And Mike is getting just a little more fancy with this A minor pentatonic action. Things start to pick up at the 3-minute mark, and it's more actual Jeremy out of Stone. You've got your little A minor shape, the aforementioned, followed by the, which again is A minor changing to A major. So you've got B string 12th fret, hammer onto 14, pull back off to 12, G14, E12, B12, G14. Mike's a little harder to pick out in the mix there, but we can see his hand moving places, and it certainly starts down here in A minorville, and I think he's playing the A octave chord, so E string 5th fret, D string 7th fret, just kind of chugging away on those, and you see his hand walk up during the A minor section, so let's call it the A minor scale. A, B, C, which is certainly Jeremy's stuff, right? And then you definitely see him when Stone switches to that thing, the A major section. Mike gets really excited and plays a root 5 major bar chord here, starting on the A string 12, 14, 14, 14, and strums away on that. He takes a break here sometimes and hits some notes, but they struck me, and I did hear them, they struck me as A minor pentatonic notes, so there would be no reason to be here playing that when you can. So noodle away in A minor, octaves, or pentatonic your face off, whatever. But I'm pretty sure during that A minor, A major switcheroo section, Ed is doing the aforementioned little A minor shape and switching to the 14, 14, 17 A major shape. I lost count, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Evidence for that is the high note chimes in during the A major section, and I really almost, maybe, I hope I do, think I hear that C sharp note, the one that makes A major, for Ed's part there. More actual Jeremy out of Stone for the... which is open, 5-7, open on the A string, followed by D7, open A, D5, followed by open, 5-7, open, D7, chica, 5-7 on the A string, land on D5. So... really want those notes to be notes like if it was, but I've heard a whole bunch of live versions and this one supports my discovery, finding final answer that it is indeed, and when you do it fast, it fits. Ed has moved to kinda down here. Doesn't look like he's low enough to be doing an A power chord, though that would be a great thing to do for that part. You know, maybe he's playing open A string, D7, G9, and B10. That would be a big A power chord. And, you know, looking at it roughly where his hand is, and just more gush on the A-ness. My expert analysis, I believe Mike was mostly watching during that part. Coming out of that part, now I'm at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Stone chimes in, definitely doing this thing. With the A minor and the A major thing. I love this thing. And Ed's hands are 100% nowhere where A belongs. So I think he might be just muting the strings and, you know, playing drums on his guitar. Maybe. That's my best guess. I completely take that back. I think he was doing this A power chord thing. This is a different shape of a power chord because we've involved the B string. Open A string, again, D7, G9, B10. But what threw me is he's muting the E string with his thumb, and then his middle finger kind of just like hangs in outer space there. And so I thought he was pressing things down with his middle finger in the wrong fret for anything having to do with A. But I believe he is still chugging away on this kind of A power chord. And Mike jumped back into action as Stone rejoined the thing. But I don't see his hand moving a lot, and what I hear is a lot of open A string, so maybe he's just chugging away on A power chord down here. You could, if you wanted, chug away on A minor for the A minor section, and then switch to A major. You could, this is what I would do, is play the A minor, and then do the A, B octave chord, C octave chord, A, B octave chord, C octave chord. But I don't hear him do that until about the 5-minute mark. Sorry, backtrack a little bit. Final word on what Ed's doing. I don't believe he's got the B string 10th fret. You could add that if you want, but he's got D7, G9, mute the E string with your thumb, open A string, and pinky and middle finger are just kind of hanging out in Nowheresville. Also, and that's the shape his hand is in, right? Also adding to the open A string mess that kind of buries Mike a little bit there. When Ed starts saying aye, I believe it ceases to be an A minor, A major thing, and it's just an A minor thing until the end of the song. And I believe I hear the C note out of Stone. I want to say he's doing this shape, and then the easy shape, which that's easier, so why not? And Mike is, of course, jamming away on his A power chord down here. And then messing around with his B and C octave octave chords, that's A2 and G4, A3 and G5, but if you want, why not? You're jamming No Jeremy. You can use all the A minor notes. A, B on the 2nd fret, C on the 3rd, D on the 5th, E on the 7th, F on the 8th, G on the 10th, and A again on the 12th. You can use any of those to jam away to your heart's content. And whew, I am sweating. That's it. It fizzles out the way it kind of fizzled in with the high stuff, and that represents my very best try at putting a fine-tooth comb through No Jeremy. I hope you found that fun and helpful. Thank you so much for being here for this one, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.